your official home for USJ Bruin sports. News Talk 101.5 FM and point5digital.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
Are you a landowner seeking options for your timber? With 25 years experience, Wade Norris Logging will advise you with the best solutions for harvesting your timber. Quality work and caring for the land are reasons Wade Norris was named Tennessee Master Logger of the Year. As a landowner, you deserve the best price when selling your timber. Wade Norris will find the right market for your valuable commodity. Questions about your timber? Call Wade Norris at 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And to read what others say about Wade Norris, log on to WadeNorrisLogging.com. Wade Norris will get you the best price for your timber. Call 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And visit WadeNorrisLogging.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
I'm Mark Donahoe with the
Let's bring us back after this, but we'll go dark during the breaks because of digital TV, my friends.
To obtain favorable verdicts and maximize results for my clients in many other areas. I've represented doctors, lawyers, businessmen, law enforcement officials, and juveniles. If you have been injured or you have a business dispute or something as simple as a will or any criminal matter, let us put our experience to work for you, the Donahoe Firm, representing you when it matters. Call me for a free consultation, 731-736-4422. That's 731-736-4422, or visit DonahoeFirm.com.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and point5digital.com.
Taryn Cox leading off for Jackson Southside. First pitch a called strike. Second pitch swinging and a flying ball deep to left field, way back near the track and against the wall. Cox will round first base and cruise into second with a stand-up double. Cox got into that one, nearly hit it out of the ballpark. Is over in left field. Kyle Stanford went back to the wall, coach, but just ran out of real estate.
Yeah, and you have to feel for the wall, even though there's a warning track. We didn't get to see Cox's speed. This young man can run now.
Drew Coley hitting second for Southside, with Cox standing down at second base for the leadoff double. Garrick Rayburn, the right-hander for the Bruins, working out of the stretch. First pitch, a swing and a miss. He got it by for strike one.
Well, you go back to that first hitter for Southside. When he was able to get the ball up in there, he made good contact with it. And, guys, the wind's blowing straight out. So if you get a hold to one, you can get it out of here today.
Should be a fun game, huh?
Yeah.
For the fans, the 0-1 curveball stayed outside. Evens accounted a ball and a strike on the second baseman for Jackson Southside, Drew Coley. Rayburn toes the mound, working out of the stretch. The 1-1 bounce foul into the USJ dugout. It's 1-2.
Now, if you're playing small ball, Coley really wanted to pull it to the right side. That advances the runner. Now he's got to guard the plate because he's in the hole 1-2.
There is no truth to the rumors that USJ is going to go by the nickname of the Hub City Hippopotamuses on Friday. No truth to that rumor.
I ain't heard that rumor.
The 1-2 bounce foul behind home plate. Now the Jackson General is going to be known on Fridays at home as the Hub City Hippos.
Why?
That's my question, Richard.
That'll be a question they'd have to answer.
Is there something?
Pardon me, narrator. Here's a pop-up down the third base slide, drifting over into foul territory and putting it away for out number one is Eli Browse. So one gone. Cox still down at second base. That'll bring up the pitcher, Caleb Hardin. Narrator, go ahead there.
Well, I was just wondering, can y'all draw me a correlation between Jackson Generals and Hub City Hippos?
No, we can't. Well, Coach, maybe you can.
I've been holding off editorial. The Hippo part has nothing. Now, Hub City, we are the Hub City.
Yeah, I got you there.
That I understand.
That
the
makes
Hippos
sense.
have nothing to do with it, except for you can sell more merchandise.
Well, there is a large population of hippos.
I saw one the other night.
Snap throw to second base. Cox back easily.
Well, I was down out in Mississippi. I saw alligator. I'm serious.
In Mississippi?
Yes.
Tell me it was way down south in Mississippi.
Well, I was almost to Jackson, Mississippi today.
It's still pretty far north for him. 1-2. Pops him up. Into shallow left field. Drifting back is the shortstop to put it away for out number 2. Making that play in shallow left field is one of the better shortstops you'll see in West Tennessee for the Bruins.
I'll be honest, Jake could play any position on this field, I believe.
He's a great athlete, isn't he?
Yes.
So 2 gone. Cox still at second base with his leadoff double. That'll bring up third baseman Dustin Duck. He hits to the right side of the plate. First pitch swinging. He pops it up into shallow center field. On comes the center fielder to put it away as he calls off the shortstop and the second baseman for out number 3. So down go the Hawks after Kate Samuels puts that one away. 1 hit, 1 left on base after a half inning. We're scoreless. USJ at Southside on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
Are you a landowner seeking options for your timber? With 25 years experience, Wade Norris Logging will advise you with the best solutions for harvesting your timber. Quality work and caring for the land are reasons Wade Norris was named Tennessee Master Logger of the Year. As a landowner, you deserve the best price when selling your timber. Wade Norris will find the right market for your valuable commodity. Questions about your timber? Call Wade Norris at 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And to read what others say about Wade Norris, log on to WadeNorrisLogging.com. Wade Norris will get you the best price for your timber. Call 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And visit WadeNorrisLogging.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left.
It's going to work perfect,
Wade Norris Logging.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Yeah, to read more about Wade Norris, log on to WadeNorrisLogging.com. To read more about the narrator, it's, what is that site? Never mind. On to the bottom of the first inning for USJ. Leading off is Jake Overton, the shortstop. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. On the mound for Southside is Caleb Harden. He's a big right-hander. Make it 1-0 on Jake Overton. Leadoff man. The 1-0's in the dirt. It's 2-0. Wind is blowing out, as the narrator noticed. Here's a 2-0 on the leadoff man, swinging and pops it back and out of play. It's 2-1, Coach.
Jake was 1 for 3 the other night with a stolen base against St. George's.
Good player. Mid-April. The trees are in full bloom here. The 2-1 line foul down the right field line. Narrator, I don't know about you, but with the bright sunshine now, I'm having trouble picking up the ball.
Well, at my age, I'm always having trouble picking up the ball, dog. If it ain't coming right to me, I don't see it. Guess you noticed that in co-ed softball.
I didn't want to mention it. Here's the 2-2 upstairs, runs a count full. I guess, hey, welcome to your life.
Yes.
Everybody wants to rule the world. Here's the payoff. Bounce towards second base. Scooped up, moving to his left and on to first. For out number 1, making that play for the Southside Hawks second baseman Drew Coley. So 1 up and 1 down. Center fielder Kate Samuels will stand in there for the USJ Bruins. Kate also hits from the left side of the plate against the right-hand throwing Caleb Harden. The bleacher creatures are out at left center field. That's a beautiful perch over there, isn't it, to watch the ball game? Curve ball downstairs, ball 1.
I'm fit to watch a game over there before the season's over. We hook up my mobile stuff, see?
Yeah.
And I'll go up there and hang out, talk to the peoples and stuff.
Here's the... It's 2-0. Yep. That was inside. The scoreboard's not working tonight.
Had a little purpose message because Salmon's really towing that line with his back foot close.
2-0. Bounce sharply to first. Scooped up on a hop. He'll take it unassisted down at first base for out number 2. Is the Hawks right side of the infield. Kyle Griffin over at first base, 2 down. That'll bring up the number 3 hole hitter for the Bruins. That's second baseman Nate Wall. Nate hits in the right side of the plate. Work it out of the windup, uncoils, fires, off speed outside. Ball 1 on the Bruins second baseman Nate Wall. Nobody on base, 2 gone. Bottom of the first inning, we're scoreless here at USJ. The 1-0. Sharply hit towards second. Scooped up and over to first. In one motion, Drew Coley makes 2 plays at second base. And the Bruins go in order in the bottom of the first inning. We'll move to the second inning. We're scoreless, Southside and USJ on Jackson's News Talk, 108.5 and .5digital.com.
Do you know who to call if you need to have a room painted? Do you know who to call if you need an addition or have repair work done around your home or office? Who would you call if you had storm damage or a pipe burst? Make your first call the first people I would call, Home Pros. The number is 736-0711. Put that in your phone right now, 736-0711. All of the workers at Home Pros are licensed, insured, and complete custom builders. They do work the right way at affordable price without sacrificing the quality your home deserves. Have you ever had a mildew or moldy smell coming in your home? Ever wondered about mold inside or under your house? Call Home Pros today for a free inspection. Home Pros will work with you and for you during any insurance claim at your home to make sure your house is better than ever before. Call the people that I would. Home Pros, 736-0711.
That's right, Bill. No one does it better than Home Pros Restoration. Call today, 736-0711. That's Home Pros Restoration. Call today and get the free home inspection, 736-0711. Home Pros Restoration.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Brought to you in part by Rock and Dough Pizza, artesian pizza, grinders, burgers, and Beulah. You need to say a word about Rock and Dough and your favorite pizza, which is awesome there after this pitch here. Bass going to tell you, going to lay down some info about Rock and Dough. On to the second inning we go. Swing and a miss on the leadoff man. That's third baseman. Or pardon me, that's right fielder Brandon Denegard. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. 1-1. It's downstairs. Bew, tell him about Rock and Dough Pizza.
Yeah, Danny, you're talking about the Super Freak, my favorite pizza there. It's a great white sauce with a bunch of spicy sausages they put on there, and then they top it off, they drizzle it with honey. Can't beat it.
Oh, it is so good. The 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. Rock and Dough Pizza, Jackson Walk, downtown Jackson. Open from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday. Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10. And on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. And that Sunday brunch is quite a hit at Rock and Dough Pizza. Fly ball, right field. This one's deep. Back towards the track, near the wall. And camping under it for out number 1 is right fielder for the Bruins, Jordan Stanford, as he put, or John Stanford, pardon me, I can't read my own writing.
Well, John does such a great job. Remember last year and then the other night, John, he is really tough on fly ball. He's going to get it if it's catchable.
So 1 gone, nobody on base. Drew Hayes, the catcher, hitting the right side of the plate, will stand in there. First pitch a little bit outside, and Coach is right. Narrator, Stanford traveled a long way, but he was very comfortable when he put that one away.
Yeah, it looked like he had it all the way. He knew where he was going.
Line, left field, hooking foul down that left field line. And Coach, and narrator, help me out here, but that sounds like a wooden bat.
It sounded like one.
It's
sure
a good
is.
sound, isn't it, Richard?
It's a wonderful sound, Coach. 0-1. On Hayes. Wow. Swing and a miss. Got a piece of it at the plate. It's 0-2.
I'll go back to Rock and Dough a minute. Everybody knows what great food they have down there.
Yeah.
What a lot of folks don't realize is what great community partners they have. A lot of the listeners know what I do every day, my day job. Mm-hmm. I want you to know at Rock and Dough, they give people an opportunity. If they follow through, they treat them right. And of course, if they don't, they have to leave. But we really appreciate the partnership we have with Rock and Dough.
Curveball, swing and a miss. He struck Hayes out, so 2 gone. And nobody on base. Top of the second inning for Jackson Southside. That'll bring up first baseman Kyle Griffin, hitting from the right side of the plate against USJ pitcher Gary Rabin. Rabin uncoils, bouncing ball toward shortstop. Fielded deep in the hole, long throw, but in time he got it. And the Hawks go in order. Nice play at shortstop by Jake Overton. After an inning and a half, we're scoreless. USJ coming to the plate when we return on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday.
King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, and a brand new King Jewelers location in downtown Jackson.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
To the bottom of inning number 2 we go. Leading off for the Bruins, third baseman Eli Browse. And this young man is put together. First pitch outside, 1-0. Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway, Ratchet, the narrator Barber, Seabass, Paul Schultze, Lawson Mann, Michael Osborne, .5digital.com, or the Road Studios. 2-0, that was downstairs.
Fellas, I was just thinking, if this baseball thing don't work out for Browse and Red Peel, then what we can do is make them a tag team sent to the WWE, because both of them some pretty stout boys.
They stout boys. Here's a 2-0. Beautiful curve in there, called strike one. 2-1 on Eli Browse.
Who's hitting over 500, and he's hitting over 500. Has 31 RBIs, I know.
Not bad. 2-1 fouled back and out of play, 2-2. Now you two were having a conversation as the fashion has changed in baseball from at one time the short pants just right around the knee, maybe a little lower with those leggings on. Here's the 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Runs the count full.
Well, I want to get the narrator's thoughts on this because he's very articulate, and this is right up his alley.
Well, I'm old school like you are, Coach. And when I played high school ball, your pants stopped just below your knee. You had the stirrups. You showed the legs off. And now I'll let Dan finish this little play-by-play thing he does, and I'll finish my thought.
Well, I can't finish it if I don't start it. That's the payoff was downstairs, ball 4. So Browse gets a free pass to first base, and that'll bring up the catcher, Taylor Howell, hitting from the right side of the plate. With the leadoff man on first base for the Bruins in a scoreless game at the bottom of inning number 2. On the mound for Southside, Caleb Harden working out of the stretch with Browse at first base. First pitch swinging, fly ball, shallow center field, camping under it and putting it away. Round number 1, Spence Patrick. So one gone, and Browse still at first base. This will bring up designated hitter, the son of head coach Jack Peel, Mr. Rhett Peel, who's a special guy, isn't he?
He really is, and he legged that one out. He's got our kind of leggings on with.
That's it, see.
Those are baseball.
Well, yeah, Rhett's old school, like us. Yeah. You know, he's an old soul. Watch him hit this ball, though.
And, you know, he may be the only one in the stadium with the leggings on tonight. Rhett Peel.
Well, I always
first chases him back there.
Rhett's a bright kid.
Yeah, had 2 hits the other night, too.
He sure did.
He can hit.
He probably finna jack one here.
Now, 99% of even high schoolers wear the full-length pants in baseball now. Quite a change from when I played. I know from when these two played. Popped it back out of play. 0-1 on Rhett. Now, we even, in Bass may have done this. We're close to the same age. We even added elastic and had our mom sew it on to the bottom so we could have the leggings be longer. Did you guys do that?
Yeah.
You put a little white strip in the shoe under there.
That's right, yeah. See, my generation and y'all's have a lot in common. My generation and this new one, nothing.
And see, with us, it was you got to get some white baseball spikes. We called them spikes back in the day. Cleats were for football, spikes was for baseball.
Yep.
And they had to be white. Because remember, this is the 70s, the A's.
Right. Now the A's, that's right. They were the trendsetters.
Yes, sir.
2-1 on Red Peel.
I couldn't grow a mustache, though.
2-1, a curveball outside. Boy, times have changed for you.
Hey, the guys that could grow a mustache one time at school showed up after Christmas, and the principal sent every one of them home.
Now that's funny.
Now I can grow a mustache out of my ears.
You ain't kidding. You ought to consider styling that, or at least if you're not going to have it trimmed, throw over to first back easily.
Yeah, that's to let you know you're there, and I'm watching.
Eli Browse at first base, leadoff walk. One gone now. Red Peel stands in there, hitting from the right side of the plate with a 3-ball and 1 strike count. Here's the 3-1 offering, high and tight. Pardon me, it was 2-1, now 3-1.
Coach Joe's red stance is even old school.
Yes, it is.
You know, he's pretty balanced in his stance. He's got his elbow up. He's got his bat up. It's like he's cocked and ready to go.
And I still think that stance is the best way. I know some people get deeper in the box. Some have the open stance, the closed stance.
There goes the runner. Hit and run on, and Peel fouls it back out of play to run the count full. I would almost expect Brant to be using a wooden bat.
Yeah.
And no batting glove.
And have a chew of tobacco, although he's getting a lot of trouble doing it right now.
He would, yeah.
Yeah, TSSAA would frown on that.
You know what I played? Nobody even checked or cared. Here's the payoff runner going again. It's outside, ball 4. And down to first base goes Red Peel. Eli Browse will move up 90 feet. So the Bruins have runners on first and second. Still only 1 out in the bottom of inning number 2. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Kyle Stanford. And the Bruins, the first real threat here early in the game for USJ. Scoreboard is out. If you hit the game listening to us, they've got a technician coming tomorrow. They hope to have it up and running. We've got a game here tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock.
Double duty tomorrow. We'll be in Cambridge.
Yeah. Here's Stanford. First pitch. Strike called outside corner. Stanford for USJ, the left fielder. Rangy kid for the Bruins. Stuart Massey, the umpire behind home plate. Chad Goff over at second. The 0-1 outside, 1-1. Jackson Southside. Quite a storied program over there as a USJ here. 5 state championships for the Bruins. Most recent in 2014. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back and out of play. It's 1-2 on Kyle Stanford. Coach, all so close to another state championship last year for the Bruins.
Could have easily gone their way. A couple of things happened. Southside has played for the state championship before in AA. They, as a matter of fact, over in Memphis, they lost to the eventual state champion Ripley in the championship game.
2-2. Popped it up. Back it out of play. We'll do it again.
Kyle Stanford hanging tough. They're getting a piece of all of those pitches. They've mixed them up on him. Jack Peel, I watched him. I'm going to pick his signs up here in a minute. I love still. Full set of signs. Jacks are harder than a lot of coaches because he does a good job of giving them.
Well, that's a game within a game, isn't it, Richard narrator? Barber?
Yes, sir.
And Coach Joe loves to break the code. He struck him out. Caught him looking. Crossed him up there on the 2-2 offering. Big out number 2 for the Hawks. And that'll bring up John Stanford, the right fielder. The Stanford boys hit back-to-back here, hitting from the right side of the plate against the right-handed pitcher, Caleb Harden for the Southside Hawks. So 2 gone. Runners on first and second were scoreless in the bottom of inning number 2, Southside here at USJ. First pitch to Stanford, fast strike outside corner. Beautifully played.
He had 2 hits the other night. A triple was one of them, and that was a big triple. That brought a very important run in.
It was. University School of Jackson, located in northwest Madison County. Beautiful, big piece of land here. Here's the 0-1. Strike two. This time he works him inside now, right?
Yeah, they're doing a good job of locating the pitch. You know, he's been throwing outside all this whole at bat, and then he come right inside on the inside corner.
Trying to work out of this after runners on first and second with one out. Here's Hardens, 0-2. Popped it up over on the right side, over the Hawk dugout and out of play. Big crowd here, as you might expect for USJ and Jackson Southside. Both these fan bases really get into their sports. 0-2 on John Stanford, the Bruins right fielder. Two gone, runners on first and second. Here's the 0-2, sharply hit the third base. Fielded cleanly, and he'll take it unassisted down at third. Crowd number 3, that's Dustin Duck making a play. So we'll move to the third inning. No runs, no hits, 2 left on base for the Hawks. We move to inning number 3, scoreless on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5 digital.com.
Do you have cataracts, glaucoma, or any form of eye disease? At Hughes Eye Center, our physicians include residency-trained optometrists, surgical ophthalmologists, retinal surgeons, and oculoplastic surgeons, all right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Hughes Eye Center. There's no need to drive to Memphis or Nashville for your surgical eye care needs. Call 664-1994 to schedule your consultation. At Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge in Jackson, that's 664-1994.
I'm Mark Donahoe with the Donahoe Firm. Although my criminal defense cases get a lot of publicity, I'm well versed in civil litigation and use my trial skills to obtain favorable verdicts and maximize results for my clients in many other areas. I've represented doctors, lawyers, businessmen, law enforcement officials, and juveniles. If you have been injured or you have a business dispute or something as simple as a will or any criminal matter, let us put our experience to work for you, the Donahoe Firm, representing you when it matters. Call me for a free consultation, 731-736-4422. That's 731-736-4422, or visit DonahoeFirm.com.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
To the third inning we go. We're scoreless here, USJ and Jackson Southside. First pitch downstairs, ball one. The 1-0 just inside. It's 2-0 on the designated hitter for Southside, Jared Hurst. It's to the right side of the plate against the right-handed pitching Gary Raymond. Fly ball, left field. This one's deep. Way back near the wall. Near the track. Gone. Home run. Jared Hurst really got into that one, and it got out of here in a hurry. And now, as you pointed out, the wind's blowing out. And that one I didn't think had a chance off the bat, but it's cleared the fence with plenty to spare.
Well, it got up and stayed up. It just never did come back down. About 340 feet out there.
Well, Coach Hurst got into that one.
He did, and I just wonder if he's kin to another power hitter from Southside played football named Herbie Hurst, who was also a great softball player around here, too.
First pitch swinging for Spence Patrick. Fielded by the first baseman. They'll have to hurry. The pitcher comes over, and they can't make the play, and the ball gets away. Down to second goes Spence. Just underneath the tag. Safe at second base. So that was a bang-bang play at first, and they had to hurry. First baseman for the Bruins fielded it. Charlie Darnell, the pitcher, Raven came over, and narrator, they just couldn't connect. It got away, and down to second went Spence Patrick.
Well, the problem was Fitzpatrick was running faster than the ball, and he actually beat the ball to first base, even with the toss. So the toss wasn't going to get it.
Going to bring up Christian Wooden, the left fielder. Patrick on second, still nobody out, Coach. Ball one.
And nobody out in a little bit of a hole, and again, Wooden, he's got good speed. I think they'd like him to make contact a little more. I felt like the pitcher got a late break off the mound. The toss trying to lead him, it was off from the get. I had to score it an error. I couldn't give him a base hit on that one.
1-0 on Christian Wooden. Strike one call.
But if he had,
it'll leave it at 1-1.
Excuse me, Dan. If he had checked up at all going around first, once he saw the ball go by, he never checked up. If he had, they'd have thrown him out.
Yep, you're right. That was a great pitch there. No way to hit that one.
Right on an outside corner, knee high. Raven working out of the stretch. Bunt laid down in front of the mound. Raven fields it, over to first in time, but for the first out. Patrick will advance over to third, so the Hawks, as they head back to the top of the lineup.
Second baseman, Drew Coley.
And
that was Cox, pardon me, with that bunt. Drew Coley now will stand in there, hitting the left side of the plate with Patrick over at third. Still only one out, one run in off the Hurst home run. It's 1-0 Southside.
And that was a sacrifice. That doesn't count as a time at bat against him.
Drew Coley 1-0 on the second baseman. Hits from the left side of the plate. Patrick standing down at third. One out for the Hawks. Top of the third inning. One run is in. Loud home run by Jared Hurst. Here's the 1-0. Bounce foul behind home plate. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
You know, if you're trying to get the run over and you're up to bat and then you pick up the signal and they say bunt, you're thinking in your head, if I give this at bat up, you better get to third or you better get to second.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Gorgeous curveball. Busted him inside and low. That's hard for a left-hander to lay off, isn't it?
It really is, and he was going for the downs on that one. And you're right, Richard, on that bunt. You want to bunt on the second pitch or not the first one. He didn't show his intentions, and it was a great sacrifice bunt.
1-2 pitch on its way. Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for out number 2. That'll take the sacrifice out of the equation and bring up a very dangerous Caleb Harden, the pitcher, who hits out of the 3-hole.
But you know, left-handed hitters, even when they strike out, they look good doing it. Left-handers got the most natural, beautiful swing you see.
Think about Ken Griffey Jr.'s pitcher perfect swing.
Well, he didn't get cheated on his cut.
No, you don't want to get cheated.
First pitch, grounded up the middle. It gets through for a base hit, and in comes Patrick. So an RBI single will extend the Hawks' lead to 2-0. As Caleb Hart with a big 2 outs. RBI single for the Hawks, and that will bring up the cleanup man, Dustin Duck. Nice effort at shortstop by Jake Overton. He nearly made that play, knocked it down, but it gets through to center field for the RBI single.
And that's not an error. You would never score that an error. That's a base hit all the way. And just a great effort to get a glove on it.
Yeah, he was behind second when he knocked that ball down.
He laid out.
Now, Duck flew out to center his first time up.
Duck stands in there. Raven looks in for his signal, and Duck says, wait a minute, that's too much time. I need a break. This game brought to you in part by our friends over at Coyote Blues. Coyote Blues, freshmex.com. Call Strike. Mesquite grilled chicken fajitas. Some of the best in the country at Coyote Blues. Coyote Blues, that'd be great for dinner tonight. You mentioned how good Rock and Dough Pizza was as community partners. Coyote Blues, same way. Here's a bouncer towards second. They'll have to hurry. Not going to be able to make the play. Reaching first base is Duck. That was almost like a drag bunt, coach. A slow roller to second base, and everybody's safe. And the Hawks are in business with 2 outs and runners on first and second.
And that's one you have to feel it clean. Any bobble, anything like that, and you got to have that meat hand down there ready to throw it.
And bring up Brandon Ginnegaard, right fielder. 2 outs, runners on first and second. 2 runs already in here for the Hawks in the top of the third to take a 2-0 lead. Ravens' first pitch just downstairs, I guess, ball 1.
Remember, he flew deep to right field the last time up, Ginnegaard did. You want to keep it, I think, low and inside and as low as you can on the left-handed hitter. They have a little bit of a blind spot sometimes.
How low can you go? 1-0 in the dirt. There goes the runner, the throw to third, and they're going to get him by a mile because of the nice play behind home plate by the Bruin catcher, Taylor Howell, because that short hopped him, and the runner at second thought for sure it was going to get by him, and Howell threw him out at third to retire the side. 2 runs, half cross still for Southside as we move to the bottom of the third inning. 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 left on base. I make it 1 left on base as we move to the bottom of inning number 3. When we return on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
When is the last time you've been to Outback Steakhouse? Well, it's time to go back this week. Dining at Outback is like going to an Australian dinner party with great steaks, the amazing bloomin' onion, and the ever-popular Alice Springs chicken. You can't go wrong with an Outback steak, either prepared on the wood-fired grill with salt, pepper, and garlic, or if you want a little more kick, get the classic seasoned and seared steak with 17 bold spices. Of course, everyone loves the Outback bloomin' onion and Outback's Aussie cheese fries. And now you can get both with the loaded bloomin' onion. That's a colossal bloomin' onion topped with Aussie cheese fries. A marriage made in heaven. So make plans this week to come to Outback Steakhouse, the best place in West Tennessee to eat, drink, relax, and be with friends. In fact, even if you come in by yourself, you'll be with friends because many of Outback's employees have been there for 15 years or more. Local people who already know you. Outback Steakhouse, 194 Stoneburg Place, Jackson. No rules, just right.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Charlie Darnell leading off the bottom of inning number 3 for the Bruins. First pitch upstairs, ball 1. The Hawks have taken a 2-0 lead in the top of this inning. The 1-0 called strike 1. It evens the count at a ball and a strike. My name's Dan Reeves along with Coach Joe Holloway and Richard, the narrator Barber. 1-1, line drive, scoops it short, long throw to first, he got it. And that was a soft line drive that was fielded on the hop over at shortstop. And that long throw to first base inside for out number 1. A nice play at short, Coach.
Tyron Cox did a great job then.
So 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup. First pitch swinging. Fly ball, right field, shallow near the line. That was put away for out number 2 as Jake Overton flies out. Is Brandon Vinegard makes the play. So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. And Cade Salmons, 2 gone and nobody on base for USJ, hitting from the left side of the plate. Seabass producing and directing tonight. Paul Schultze, Lawson Band, .5digital.com side where you can watch tonight's game in living color. Slow motion instant replay in 5 cameras. Strike 1 called. Michael Osborne also helping out at .5digital.com. All working on Good Friday. Here's the 0-1. Bouncing ball. Foul down the first base line. It's 0-2 quickly on Cade Salmons.
And Cade, if you're watching at home, you can see he's got a slightly open front foot, and he'll have to protect the plate now with 2 strikes.
3:20 down the lines here. This beautiful park at USJ. 0-2 pitch inside 1-2. And narrated 2 quick outs. A pitcher's best friend is a quick inning, you know?
Yes, sir. Limited about 7 or 8 pitches and get back over there and sit down and rest.
Especially with the pitch count in full force. Swinging a miss, struck him out. Dominating inning, his best so far, Caleb Harden. We move to the 4th inning when we return. Southside 2, USJ nothing on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. One of the most challenging things about being in business is continuing to grow, but remembering what attitude and service level created that growth for you. As we approach the end of our 2nd decade in business, I'd still like to remind you that I can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's never a time of day that your problem isn't important to me. Our competition may not love us, but I know that you will. This is the time of the year where you can literally save money by letting us add additional insulation to your attic. Termites eat year-round and will be swarming again in March. Let us protect your home before they swarm. If your house was built in the past 12 years, chances are that we pre-treated it. Call us first to renew before you spend thousands of dollars with another company. Please give us the opportunity to earn your business for all of your termite and pest control needs, brown recluse treatments, moisture barriers, and wood fungus treatments, attic insulation, additions, home repairs, or anything else. Call me 24 hours a day at 660-1052. That's Southeastern, 660-1052.
Now back to USJ Baseball on Newstalk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Brandon Denegard was at the plate when the third out was made, when the catcher threw out Scott at third. So Denegard will lead off. Top of the fourth inning for the Southside Hawks. Brandon Denegard, the right fielder, hits out of the number 5 hole for the Hawks. Is Raven in the dirt? Scoreboard's not working tonight. Technician en route. The Bruins hope to have the scoreboard fully operational tomorrow for the 1 o'clock start to make it 1:10. 2-0 Southside, top of the fourth inning. Denegard leading off, hitting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Raven. Here's a line drive in right field for a sharp single to open up the fourth inning for Southside. Denegard singles. Drew Hayes, the catcher, will hit from the right side and stand in there with nobody out, the runner on first for the Hawks.
And I'm going to point out this is not the Drew Hayes that's playing professional baseball right now. This young man's a catcher and does a great job of it too.
Same thing, only different.
Yeah.
Is Drew still with the Reds? Where is he now?
First pitch to Hayes, downstairs, ball one.
That is a good question.
I'm thinking he finally hung it up and come on back to McKenzie and helping coach baseball over there at Bethel, but I'm not sure.
He was a free agent to begin the season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Free agent to begin the season. So Bass, Drew is looking to sign with someone, or no one picked him up?
He was looking at a couple of things just before the start of training camp, but I haven't heard of anything materializing just yet.
Thank you, Buford.
Buford would know that because he's
Here's
on
a
Vanderbilt
bunch,
boy.
third base line going to be foul. Attempted by Drew Hayes. And with the scoreboard not on, Coach, you have any idea what the count is?
I lost count on it because I was watching the bunt. I admired it. Even though it went foul, young man had a good form. That was more of a dump bunt than it was the true sacrifice type of bunt.
You know, that's a word, ID, narrator, that's just not used nearly enough anymore.
It's a good word, though.
Old hats used to, not idea.
That's
it was
right.
ID.
It's ID. I ain't got no ID.
Another bunt attempt, foul.
That tells you he's got 2 strikes now, because if he bunts this one and it goes foul, you know what happens.
He can go over and get a seat, can't he?
Yep.
Well, I don't have any ID. How many balls? Runner at first base, nobody out. Top of the fourth inning for Southside. Drew Hayes in the batter's box, facing right-hand pitching. Gary Raven. Raven throws to first. Denegard back easily. 2-0 Southside here at the top of the fourth inning. 0-2. Good job of hitting to stay alive. Got it back to the screen.
That weight had already gone forward, and the young man did a great job of getting his bat on the ball.
He just threw his hands out there and let his hands hit the ball, really, is what he did.
He off-speeded him with a curveball, and he does a great job of hitting. Wasted a great pitch. Is 0-2. Bouncing ball, scooped at third. They'll go to first base for out number 1. Nice play by the Bruins. Third baseman Eli Browse, but down to second base will go Denegard. So 1 out. Cal Griffin will stand in there. He plays first base and hits in the right side for the Hawks. Southside leads at 2-0, and they're itching for more. Is Denegard at second base, 1 gone for Griffin. Raven out of the stretch, fires, called, strike 1 with a fastball.
That's what you want to do as a pitcher. The hit that Denegard got, it was on a fastball that was up a little bit, and folks love to drill those rascals.
Oh, yeah. A big old boy hit that one a long way, narrator.
Yes, sir. That's what big boys do.
Swing and a miss. Beautiful curveball, 0-2. Really a good crowd here on a good Friday with some good friends, a good producer, really good camera crew. Foul back out of play. Stays 0-2.
We got some good stuff going on here.
Good coffee, good water, good Friday, good day. It's a good Friday.
Rayburn's throwing some good curveballs this inning, too.
Very good. Rabin out of the stretch. The 0-2 offering on its way. Curveball bounced towards short. Fielded cleanly. Long throw to first. It's in the dirt, but scooped out of there for out number 2. A nice play. Down at first base by Charlie Darnell. So 2 are gone. Moving over to third base on the throw was Denegard. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Jared Hurst, with 2 outs and a runner on third base. And, Coach, we know what he did last night.
He's 1 for 1, and he launched one back in the third inning.
Solo home run for Hurst. He comes up at a 2-out RBI opportunity. Work it out of the windup. Rabin curveball. It's outside. Ball 1. Now, Ready Coach, and you were talking about the black backdrop, the hitter's eye here at USJ, as opposed to a green one. The black one really makes that baseball visible for you if you're in the batter's box.
What's a natural contrast? Black and white.
Right.
You know, you think green because that's the baseball field's green, but a natural contrast, black and white, help you pick it up a lot earlier.
Coach, you agree with that, don't you?
I agree with it, and I liked it when I was playing outfield. Those green walls, I've run into 1 or 2 of those.
Plays with the grass. 2-0 on Hurst. Fast strike called. It's 2-1.
Well, you know, the old fields we played on, Richard, they didn't have warning tracks out there. That's what makes some of these fields so nice now.
I know it. Just think about the playing surface here at USJ after the monsoon rain the other night. They were ready to played it easily. Curveball way outside and a nice play with the catcher to save a run from scoring. Taylor Howell, he had to come out from behind the plate. Coach, he was midway in the batter's box and knocked it down on a curveball that was running away from him.
He sacrificed his body on that one. He's got a chest protector on, but there's still a little bit of feeling when you get hit like that.
3-1. Here's the 3-1. Curveball flying to right field. Right at the right fielder, who'll put it away. Route number 3. Making that play was John Stanford, and down go the Hawks at the top of the 4th. We'll move on to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's 2-0. Jackson Southside leading USJ on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday.
King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, and a brand new King Jewelers location in downtown Jackson.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning we go. Leading off for the Bruins, second baseman Nate Wall. First pitch is downstairs. It's 1-0. Second pitch fouls it away behind home plate. Evens the count at a ball and a strike.
Nate Wall 0 for 1 tonight. USJ, no hits tonight. They've only had 2 walks.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here's 1-1. Fastball inside. 2-1. The narrator? Well, narrator, it's the Bruins need a base runner here down 2-0. We're getting late in the game, bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, Southside's making quick work each inning.
Sharply hit on the ground to second, scooped up cleanly and thrown out at first base. That one nearly got away on the throw for the second baseman, Drew Coley. A nice stretch by Kyle Griffin at first to record out. So one gone, nobody on base, and the cleanup hitter for USJ, third baseman Eli Browse.
He walked and advanced all the way to second the last time at bat.
That was almost a little too nonchalant, nearly got away. Coley's played a great second base tonight for the Hawks. Swing and a miss, strike one on Browse. This is WN. WSFM in Jackson. Fouled back and out of play.
Way ahead right here.
0-2 on Browse.
And for the most part, Hardin has stayed ahead in the count.
Way ahead.
And that makes you very effective.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can decide what you want to throw then instead of having to go with some you don't want to throw.
Inside ball one. One-two on its way, just off the plate, 2-2. Nice job of the catcher trying to frame that one, but it didn't fool Stuart Massey. A little bit outside, Coach.
It was.
Here's a 2-2. Line drive, right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. They're going to try to throw Browse out at first, but he just gets there. Boy, heads-up play. That was hit so sharply into right field, and Denegard fielded on the move, and he tried to throw him out at first, and nearly did.
He did. He got a great jump on the ball, and the kid's got a great arm out there in right field.
Yeah, and he hit him played perfectly. It was a one-hop to him. It wasn't much different than a one-hopper to second base. And with a heads-up play, he did his best to nail him, and he got close.
Taylor Howell will hit.
Howell flied to center back in the second inning.
Browse at first. Curveball outside ball one. Coach, help me out here. Do we have one out?
We have one out on a 4-3. That's second to first on Nate Wall.
That's right. Boy, I tell you, the older I get, the more I have to have a scoreboard.
It's a valuable thing.
Now, who's playing?
Who's on first?
The Atlanta Braves. Jackson Southside here at USJ. 2-0 Southside. We are in the bottom of inning number 4. There goes the runner. Bounce fouled at the third base line.
Coach is talking about who's on first. You know, there's a major league team now with a Korean guy named H.U. that plays first.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a Facebook meme going around that said, well, it's finally happened.
And for all you young people listening, that's a famous Abbott and Costello bet about who's on first, what's on. They say, you know, I don't know, and you go through the whole thing.
No, who's on first?
Who's on first, yeah.
Well, what's on second?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, what plays third?
Yeah, what plays third?
It's a shame Abbott and Costello are not here to see this come to fruition, you know.
It finally happened.
It's outside.
Who's on first?
What a great routine. It never gets old. They're so good at it.
It doesn't.
1-1 Taylor Howell. Eli Browse out at first, one out. Fouled back to the screen, 1-2.
Well, what's the guy's name when you throw it to first base? What's the guy's name that catches it? Who? That's what I'm telling you. Who?
Don't try it, narrator.
Yeah, I couldn't do it justice.
That's one that just could not be emulated, you know?
You're right.
And the genius of that is so simple.
Yeah.
1-2. Line drive into right field, a base hit. Browse will stop at second base. As Taylor Howell, a sharp single to right field, and the Bruins are in business with one gone at the bottom of the 4th inning. And slugger Rhett Peel will stand in there with his leggings as the Bruins try to crawl back into this game. Down 2-0 at the bottom of inning number 4. The thing is, Coach, high school baseball, 7 innings, so this is like the 7th inning stretch.
Absolutely. And Rhett walked his last time at bat, but the inning ended after that.
So Red Peel hitting from the right side. No official at bat so far tonight. High and inside, ball one. Caleb Harden, the narrator, has pointed out now he's gotten ahead of most batters tonight to make it easy on himself. We'll see how he handles this from one out and Bruins on first and second. Harden's pitched a marvelous game. Out of the stretch, the 1-0. Ooh, on the outside corner. Ball strike one.
I've noticed that Harden, when he tries to overthrow his fastball, falls off to the first base side. You could catch him doing that, a bunt down the third baseline, short of the third baseman would be in order.
1-1 pitch, curveball, fouled back and out of play. And a narrator again is Harden got behind 1-0. Now he's ahead 1-2.
He's pitched a great game.
Yeah, he really has.
He has.
He's crafty, isn't he?
He really is.
Big at bat here for the Bruins. Red Peel in the 1-2 hole. Backs away. Couple of practice swings. High school baseball, at least two umpires, Stuart Massey and Chad Goff, have kept a really good pace here. We're already at the bottom of the fourth inning. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Crossed him up. It looked like Red may have been expecting a curveball there.
2 outs.
Big second out.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Dan.
Yeah, he was way out in front of it and realized it about halfway through his swing, but too late then.
And that's Harden's third strikeout and a strikeout victim back in the second. Kyle Stanford up there.
Stanford, the left fielder, hits him the right side for the Bruins. Runners on first and second, but now two are gone. First pitch, bounced foul over near the Bruin dugouts. Paul Schulze, Lawson Man, Worthy Road Studios. You can watch tonight's game, .5 at digital.com. My name's Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway and Richard, the narrator Barber, and Seabass. 0-1 upstairs, 1-1.
Did you see how far he came off to the first base side then, Richard? But again, you don't know because he doesn't throw his curveball that way.
Yeah, and that's when he's getting something extra on it. You know, about every fourth pitch when he brings a fastball, he's got a little something more on it.
1-1. Sharply hit the third base off the glove. He stays with it. The throw to first is not in time. And reaching is Kyle Stanford. It hit off the webbing of the glove over at third base. It was sharply hit.
Right fielder,
And the duck couldn't handle it. So now the bases are loaded. And John Stanford will have a chance for the Bruins down 2-0 in the bottom of inning number 4. Can Harden work his magic and get out of trouble here at the bottom of the fourth inning for the Hawks? First pitch, outside, ball one.
You know, we talked a few minutes ago, guys, how quiet this crowd is. Well, now it's picked up this inning. You got USJ with a little something working, Southside trying to talk their defense, and now it sounds like a ball game now.
It does. You can hear the chatter. Here's the 1-0. Curveball outside. It's 2-0, and there's nowhere to put him.
There's nowhere to put it. Guys, selfishly, I want the count to get 3-2 because there's 2 outs so we can have the merry-go-round. We hadn't had a merry-go-round yet.
Everything's going.
We need a merry-go-round. Selfishly. Stanford, 2-0 pitch. It's downstairs and outside. It's 3-0.
Now he needs to come back with 2 strikes right here.
Coach wants a merry-go-round.
I would expect Jack Peel would take a ball 4 here just fine.
Yeah, I would say the take sign's on. I'll be surprised if it's not.
3-0. Call, strike one.
There's one of them.
Yep.
And, you know, that was a great pitch because it was not a fat pitch even if the green light was on.
You swing at that one, it would have handcuffed you.
Now here, I think you got to swing away.
3-1 on its way. Ball 4 downstairs. And the Bruins put a run on the board as Eli Browse will walk in from third base. And that will coax a visit from the coach out to the mound. 2 gone, and a run is in.
Charlie Darnell.
2-1 Southside. The Bruins looking to rally here in the bottom of the fourth inning. We'll see if Harden survives this trip to the mound, and I think he will, Coach.
And I think he will, too. I think this has calmed him down, might remind him you're overthrowing some of your pitches. Got to say, Lane Moss, who played in the JV game before, he is the son of one of my former players. She was Anita Nanny. She's now Anita Moss, and I know she's listening. Lane played in that JV game. He's in the dugout, but Anita, we appreciate you listening to us.
Absolutely, we do. And we thank our sponsors, Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company. Get the free home inspection at 660-1052. The legendary Southeastern Termite Pest Control and Service Company, 660-1052. By the bases are full of Bruins, 2 are out, and Charlie Darnell comes up in a fairly big spot here in this game in the bottom of inning number 4. Southside leads it 2-1. Here's Darnell, the first baseman, hitting from the right side against a right-handed fireballer, Caleb Harden. First pitch, curveball, called strike. Boy, that takes some intestinal fortitude, doesn't it?
Well, this young man is a good pitcher, and I know that usually the pitchers are called from the dugout, but he had good control over that one.
0-1 on Darnell. Out of the windup, he uncoils, fires, it's fouled back and out of play, and quickly 0-2. It's amazing what a few words from the pitching coach can do to a pitcher.
Well, I'm sure they went out there and told him, look, now, Arden, we got 2 outs. Nobody's hurt. We still got a 2-1 lead. Focus on the batter. Let's get this out and get out of here.
0-2 pitch on its way. Fouled back and out of play. We'll do it again.
And you just tell the, concentrate on the batter, pitch and catch between you and the catcher. There's all kinds of little catchphrases.
Yeah. No ball, 2 strikes. Charlie Darnell, bases loaded, 2 outs. The 0-2 bounce towards shortstop. Fielded cleanly. He'll go to second. For out number 3. Tyron Cox making a play. We'll move on to the 5th inning. The Bruins do get a run across after 4. It's Southside 2 and USJ 1 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
When is the last time you've been to Outback Steakhouse? Well, it's time to go back this week. Dining at Outback is like going to an Australian dinner party with great steaks, the amazing bloomin' onion, and the ever-popular Alice Springs chicken. You can't go wrong with an Outback steak, either prepared on the wood-fired grill with salt, pepper, and garlic, or if you want a little more kick, get the classic seasoned and seared steak with 17 bold spices. Of course, everyone loves the Outback Bloomin' Onion and Outback's Aussie cheese fries. And now you can get both with the loaded Bloomin' Onion. That's a colossal Bloomin' Onion topped with Aussie cheese fries, a marriage made in heaven. So make plans this week to come to Outback Steakhouse, the best place in West Tennessee to eat, drink, relax, and be with friends. In fact, even if you come in by yourself, you'll be with friends because many of Outback's employees have been there for 15 years or more. Local people who already know you. Outback Steakhouse, 194 Stoneberg Place, Jackson. No rules, just right.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Spence Patrick leading off the 5th inning for Southside. Spence, the center fielder, hitting out of the 9-hole to lead things off against the right-handed pitcher for USJ, who's gone the distance. That's Gary Raven. Bunt attempt on the first pitch, fouled off behind home plate.
Had the barrel of the bat turned too much towards the third base coach, and Patrick was on with the error, but he scored in that 3rd inning when Southside got 2 runs.
Patrick has some wheels, doesn't he, narrator?
He does, and if he can get one down the line, he'll run it out. He'll beat it out. That boy's quick.
0-1 pitch on its way, curveball. Patrick had the discipline not to offer at it. It's 1-1. It hits out in front of home plate. It may be time to clean home plate off. I can't see it. Can you, fellas?
Now, I noticed the other night, I guess umpires don't carry little brooms no more.
Here's the 1-1 pitch.
I would bend over and say, Mr. Ketch, use the edge of your glove. But if you can see the black outline, even though we're all used to the plate being brushed, that's all you need.
Well, I can't see it.
We're at a flat angle.
I did a little pitching in Babe Ruth. Now, I didn't
strike 2. It's 2-2.
On the high school level. But I always just pitched to the mid anyway. I never knew where the plate was. I was pitching to the mid.
Well, it's always good, though, to be able to see. And you're right about that, but here's a 2-2 outside, full count.
Now, the fans, I guarantee you, don't like it. It does make it tougher on broadcasters, but fans like to see that plate.
Yeah, you can't see it at all right now.
I noticed that an inning or two ago. Payoff pitch due to Patrick. Lined softly into left field. On comes the left fielder, makes a basket catch on the run. Beautiful play out in left field by Kyle Stanford. He used that old glove as a basket, Coach.
And he came a long way for that one, got the glove down, and that's not an easy run when you have to run and you drop the glove that early.
Yeah, and he had to drop that glove about knee high. It's not like he caught it waist high. It was down around his knees.
Yeah, and he didn't play the other night. This young man's done a good job today.
One out, back to the top of the lineup, and Tyron Cox. First pitch swinging, fouls it back and out of play. Shortstop Tyron Cox.
Officially 1-for-1 with a double in the first because he had a sacrifice and a very good one back in the third.
2-1 Southside. Top of the fifth inning over USJ. The 0-1 outside. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. 320 down the lines here at USJ. 340 in the power alleys. 350 in straightaway center. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2 on Cox. The playing surface brilliant. Infield, outfield, warning track. Dugouts are sunken here. 1-2 pitch. Outside 2-2. There's seating above the USJ dugout along the first base line or third base line. 3 rows of chair-back seating that's attached to the clubhouse, and it hangs over the Bruin dugout a very unique way. Oh, he's hit him. Cox takes that one between the 1 and the 0 on his back, so he'll take first base with 1 out. And Drew Coley, the second baseman.
Kid's tough, because if this was the major leagues, some trainer would be run out there with the ethyl chloride.
You know what?
Bunch of wimps in the major leagues.
Yeah, and Cox made sure he didn't wince at all. He slung his bat to the dugout and went on.
Hats off to Tyron Cox for being tough. And he's ready to play baseball, too. He's got a good lead.
Got 1 foot on the grass, as they say. Swing and a miss, strike 1. But the seating over the Bruin dugout is so unique. Hangs over the dugout. There's a screen to protect the fans. It's attached to the USJ baseball clubhouse. Beautiful stadium. Snap, throw to first. Cox back easily.
Now, Cox has learned something. He has learned that I can get that same lead if they want to steal now. He knows how far and how quick he's got to get back.
0-1 curveball, swing and a miss. It's 0-2. I guess, narrator, maybe 100 seats. That accommodations for about 100 above the Bruin dugout.
Probably close to that. Got them center field seats out there, too.
3 rows of bleachers behind home plate. 0-2. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. He gone. Drew Coley strikes out. That'll bring up Caleb Harden now with 2 out. And the pitcher, Caleb Harden, who hits from the right side against Gary Rabin, who's pitched a very good game for USJ.
He has 3 strikeouts, and he's actually only given up 4 hits. But one of those, the big home run to Hurst.
Oh, Hurst. Fast strike called outside corner.
Love to hear that mitt pop when it hits that catcher's mitt.
Oh, it is something special, isn't it? The dugouts are true dugouts here at USJ. They're sunken, have bathrooms in both dugouts. Really feel like for these kids are playing it in Major League Baseball.
It's a nice field.
It's so nice. Very well kept. 0-1, there goes Cox. The throw to second. He's in there easily. Oh, no, they tag him out. Well, that's why the umpires don't sit behind the screen behind home plate.
They didn't look over here and ask us, did they?
Chad Goff, one of the best in the business. So down go the Hawks at the top of the 5th inning. We'll move to the bottom of inning number 5. It's a one-run game. Southside 2, USJ 1 at Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
Are you a landowner seeking options for your timber? With 25 years experience, Wade Norris Logging will advise you with the best solutions for harvesting your timber. Quality work and caring for the land are reasons Wade Norris was named Tennessee Master Logger of the Year. As a landowner, you deserve the best price when selling your timber. Wade Norris will find the right market for your valuable commodity. Questions about your timber? Call Wade Norris at 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And to read what others say about Wade Norris, log on to WadeNorrisLogging.com. Wade Norris will get you the best price for your timber. Call 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And visit WadeNorrisLogging.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
To the bottom of the fifth inning we go. USJ and Jackson Southside in a classic. It's 2-1 Southside. And an 0-1 count on leadoff man for the Bruins. 0-1. Oh, beautiful curve called. Strike two. Leading off is the leadoff man.
You talk about a slow curve.
At the plate, he hits on the right side.
That one came to you in stages. Slower, and slower.
And then fell off the table.
Yeah.
Woo. 0-2 fastball. Beautiful pitches high. But, man, that's hard to lay off right there. And still strong on the mound here in the bottom of the fifth inning is Caleb Harden, who's gone the entire way for the Hawks. 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Foul back it out of play.
Do we have a pitch count on him? Because fifth inning, he's...
Yeah, I dropped my pitch count tonight. I've got to concentrate on it. I know he's got 3 strikeouts, though. Both pitchers with 3 now.
Here's the 1-2 curveball. Foul back it out of play. We'll do it again. We thank our sponsors that include the LASIK Center of Jackson, with Dr. David Underwood, and the Hughes Eye Center, Dr. Matt Hughes, Dr. Casey Davis. The LASIK Center of Jackson is inside the Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge. Visit LASIKofJackson.com. 1-2. A little low and outside. 2-2. And here the Hawk fans, they wanted that pitch.
Ain't nobody to my right like that call. Nobody.
Nope.
I'm looking, ain't nobody like that call.
Got a bleachers full of umpires. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Jake Overton leading off the fifth for USJ. Curveball outside. That'll run the count full. USJ left the bases loaded, Coach, in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yes, they did.
They got one across. Rouse scored. Here's the payoff pitch on its way. Outside, ball 4. And Jake Overton coaxes a walk to lead off the bottom of the fifth inning for the Bruins. That'll bring up the center fielder, Cade Salmons.
Cade 0 for 2 tonight. Struck out back in the third and grounded to first unassisted in the first.
Y'all, Harden might be showing a little fatigue now.
Yeah.
You know, he's not coming off as crisp. Now, he's still got good stuff on his ball, but he doesn't look as fluid in his windup.
Overton gets the lead. 1 foot on the grass. Salmons hitting from the left side. Snap though to first, back easily. As Overton goes back head first.
And that's a good throw because he was going. Jake was going then. Because
right.
Did you see the second foot got to the edge of the cutout?
Mm-hmm. Don't see many feet first slide anymore. It's all Pete Rose style. Bunts laid down third base line in a beauty. Down to second base goes Overton. He'll take third on the throw as Overton never stops running. As third baseman for Southside fielded that baseball to Dustin Duck, and he never looked at the runner. Overton, who was running from first, he threw a sandwich out at first base, but a beautiful job. That's smart baseball by Jake Overton, who takes third base on the throw to first.
Now, I don't know if Jack Peel or Ronnie Giddens or somebody was saying have a heads up with that, but man, how beautiful was that? That was a beautiful thing, brother.
And a tying run is 90 feet away with 1 out. Nice play with the third baseman, but, Coach, that's why you want to look at your runner.
Well, and you got to know what's on. Do you have the wheel play on for coverage? What coverage does the third baseman throw him out and have to hustle back? And if there's any hesitation at first at all, guy keeps running.
1-0. Here's a curveball outside 2-0 on Nate Wall, second baseman for the Bruins. He also is one of only 2 players with the leggings. Nate and right field for the Bruins. 2-0 pitch. He held up. It's 3-0. That one's outside.
Get him, Caleb. Let's go.
That one had some juice on it, but it didn't cross the plate.
Infield in for Southside, trying to protect the 1-run lead. There's a 3-0. Take it all the way. Strike 1 called. Eli Browse, the cleanup hitter on deck for the Bruins. 2-1 Southside. Bottom of the 5th. Line drive. It gets by the shortstop into left field, and in comes Jake Overton. And the Bruins have tied it at 2. It's Nate Wall, that sharply hit ball that got under the shortstop's glove, and Coach, he was playing on the grass. That was hit right at him.
Yeah, if you're playing deep, you've got a chance, but that one is almost a self-defense play. That one was tattooed.
Yeah, had he been playing at the usual depth, he would have made that play, but as Dan said, he was on the grass. He didn't have much reaction time there.
Eli Browse will stand in there with 1 out. And Wall on first base. And we're tied at 2 in the bottom of inning number 5.
Just the second hit by the Bruins tonight.
Foul back to the screen. It's 0-1 on Eli Browse. Very resourceful, the Bruins. 2 runs on 2 hits. That's production, huh, narrator?
You can't hardly beat that there. 2 runs, 2 hits.
Can't tell if there's any action in the south side bullpen. Caleb Harden's gone the entire way. Out of the stretch. There goes the runner. Throw to second on a hop. And he's in there safely. Eli Browse. Pardon me. Nate Wall swipes second base. So now the go-ahead run in scoring position with 1 out in the bottom of the 5th inning. Eli Browse with a chance to do some damage for USJ. Harden out of the stretch, fires, swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Browse. Harden still scrappy out there and getting ahead of most batters, Coach.
He is. He's still got something left in him. It'd be interesting to see if the bullpen, I'll check it between innings, is going.
I just peeped around the corner there. I didn't see any activity. So
they're going to go all the way. And this young man's pitched good so far. He's just a couple of walks at inopportune times.
Big, strong young man for Southside. Caleb Harden, the pitcher. 0-2 on Browse. Out of the stretch. The 0-2. Curveball just off the plate. It's 1-2.
There again, my friends to my right didn't like that call at all.
Southside fans, gotta love fans. You know. Now you probably heard that they said clean the plate off. And we pointed that out a couple of innings ago.
We knew it was coming. Just ask the catcher to reach down there and swat it a couple of times with the edge of the mitt.
Well, Stewart could use the bottom of his shoe, clean it off, you know. 0-2, or make it 1-2. Foul back out of play. We'll do it again. We're tied at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 5th inning, 1 out. USJ at the plate. Runner on second base. That's Wall. Howe with a 1-2 count. Fouls it back. And out of play, we'll do it again.
Going to need a new supply of baseballs for the umpire here in a minute.
We need a baseball.
Getting close.
1-2. Harden comes out of this. Oh, boy, that was nearly a balk, I thought. He runs Wall back to second. I thought he came forward there for a minute. Did you fellas? Maybe it was just me.
Well, I thought he spun enough and then went backwards, but it was close, Dan. About as close as you can get without getting a call.
1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. That's got to be one of the toughest calls for an umpire. That's a balk call.
Yeah, because you're not in a good position to tell for sure on every balk.
And you got to make a very quick call on it, you know.
Yes, you do. You got to throw those hands up quickly.
2-2, curveball outside. I said 2-2. That was the payoff. It's outside, and Eli Browse will reach first base.
And now he's walked twice in the game.
Yep. Taylor Howell will bat for the Bruins. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. We're tied at 2 apiece, and we may have a pitching change coming. It's the manager for the Hawks. We'll go to the bullpen. We'll take a timeout. We're tied at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 5th inning. We'll take a 2-minute timeout for the pitching change. On Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. One of the most challenging things about being in business is continuing to grow, but remembering what attitude and service level created that growth for you. As we approach the end of our 2nd decade in business, I'd still like to remind you that I can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's never a time of day that your problem isn't important to me. Our competition may not love us, but I know that you will. This is the time of the year where you can literally save money by letting us add additional insulation to your attic. Termites eat year-round and will be swarming again in March. Let us protect your home before they swarm. If your house was built in the past 12 years, chances are that we pre-treated it. Call us first to renew before you spend thousands of dollars with another company. Please give us the opportunity to earn your business for all of your termite and pest control needs, brown recluse treatments, moisture barriers, and wood fungus treatments, attic insulation, additions, home repairs, or anything else. Call me 24 hours a day at 660-1052. That's Southeastern, 660-1052.
I'm Mark Donahoe with the Donahoe Firm. Although my criminal defense cases get a lot of publicity, I'm well versed in civil litigation and use my trial skills to obtain favorable verdicts and maximize results for my clients in many other areas. I've represented doctors, lawyers, businessmen, law enforcement officials, and juveniles. If you have been injured or you have a business dispute or something as simple as a will or any criminal matter, let us put our experience to work for you, the Donahoe Firm, representing you when it matters. Call me for a free consultation, 731-736-4422. That's 731-736-4422, or visit DonahoeFirm.com.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM.
And back at USJ, the new pitcher is Jared Hurst for Southside. Let's close the book on Caleb Harden. 3 strikeouts. He allowed 2 runs, 5 walks, and gave up 3 hits. And the first batter he will face is Taylor Howell, who's 1 for 2 with a big single back in the 4th. Richard, here's an opportunity for USJ to make hay while the sun shines.
Yeah, and they really need to get something here. We're getting late in the game, but Harden had a good outing. A couple of walks in bad places really hurt his effort, though.
You are absolutely correct. Here's Hurst's first pitch. It's a fastball, and it has a little – he's a big, strong young man over there.
Yeah, he actually favors Harden a little bit on the mound.
1 ball, no strikes. Howell looks down. Jack Peel went through a whole series of signs. And here's the 1-0 pitch getting ready to come. And it's outside, ball 2.
See, if that was me batting and Jack Peel went through all those signs, every one of those signs to me would have meant swing away.
You just got to know what the indicator is, whether it's it could be nothing.
2 balls.
But it didn't make any difference. I'm swinging away. I got in trouble a lot.
Hal in there, popped him up.
Infield
right
fly
around
room.
second base, infield flies in effect. Runners advance and don't rinse it. It's a good thing because there was a collision out there. The catch was made. So that's out number 2 and a big out number 2. Red Peel will stand in there.
2
outs. Designated hitter Red Peel. Bottom of the 5th inning, we're tied at 2 apiece. And the coach, if the Bruins are going to take the lead here, it's up to Red Peel.
Who's 0 for 1 today, had 2 big hits last night. This is a strong young man. He can drive the ball.
Working out of the stretch. First pitch, curveball upstairs. New pitcher for the Hawks, Jared Hurst, who went yard earlier in the game. Solo shot for the Hawks. 1-0. 1-0. Downstairs, it's 2-0 on Red Peel.
Red already with a walk once tonight, had one the other night. Shows a lot of discipline at the plate.
He'll make you work. 2-0 on Rents. Strong young man. Had a great football career here. 2-0. It gets by the catcher for ball 3, and the runners will advance 90 feet. So now a base hit. Could score 2 runs here in the bottom of the 5th inning with 2 gone and runners on second and third.
Base hit, error, pass ball, wild pitch. Any combination gives you at least 1 run.
Tie ball game. We're late in this game. Bottom of the 5th inning. To the windup goes Hurst. 3-0 pitch. Fast strike called at the knees. Chad Goff umpiring out at second base. Stuart Massey behind home plate. Here's the 3-1. Hurst uncoils, fires on the outside corner, knee high, called strike 2.
Right on the dotted line.
What's been upsetting the Southside crowd, though, that pitch has been there a couple of times. It's been called a ball. Roughly that area.
Well, the catcher does a good job of framing. Here's the payoff pitch on its way. Outside, ball forward. Red Peel with a good eye will take first base, and that'll load him up again. This time for Kyle Stanford, the left fielder.
And Kyle was on with an error back in the 4th. He's 0 for 2 unofficially as the error counts as time at bat. Getting some counseling from Jack Peel, who's very wise.
Coach, umpires sometimes don't like catchers trying to frame it and pull it back over the plate because it gets the fans going. It gets them a lot of heat.
Yeah, the old days they call it jerking the mitt back in there and stuff. But this young man moves well. If you want to know when they're going to throw an NC, they're going to throw, or it's supposed to be coming inside. You see him shift over?
He's a really good catcher. First pitch on its way in the dirt, and he saved that one from going back to the screen. That would have scored a run doing the yeoman's work behind home plate.
And that's the reason he had to jump.
Tonight is Drew Hayes. He's not a big guy, Coach, like a traditional catcher, but he's good.
He's quick and he's wiry.
1-0. It's downstairs in the dirt outside. It's 2-0 on Kyle Stanford's.
Nowhere to put him. Got to throw one down Main Street, Richard.
Yes, sir, because he's getting crossed up. You know, he's setting up inside and the ball's coming outside. So he needs to just right down the middle here.
2-0. No place to put him. Bases loaded. Full of Bruins. The 2-0. Fly ball, center field, straight away. And deep. Back goes the center fielder near the wall and makes the play for out number 3. That one had a lot of carry to it, but Spence Patrick tracked it down, and we'll move to the 6th inning. All tied up in 2 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 at .5digital.com.
Do you know who to call if you need to have a room painted? Do you know who to call if you need an addition or have repair work done around your home or office? Who would you call if you had storm damage or a pipe burst? Make your first call the first people I would call, Home Pros. The number is 736-0711. Put that in your phone right now, 736-0711. All of the workers at Home Pros are licensed, insured, and complete custom builders. They do work the right way at affordable price without sacrificing the quality your home deserves. Have you ever had a mildew or moldy smell coming in your home? Ever wondered about mold inside or under your house? Call Home Pros today for a free inspection. Home Pros will work with you and for you during any insurance claim at your home to make sure your house is better than ever before. Call the people that I would. Home Pros, 736-0711.
That's right, Bill. No one does it better than Home Pros Restoration. Call today, 736-0711. That's Home Pros Restoration. Call today and get the free home inspection, 736-0711. Home Pros Restoration.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
To the 6th inning we go, and Ben Newman leading off for Southside. Coach, I do believe that's his first trip to the plate tonight.
It is, because that's where Caleb Harden had been batting
First pitch swinging, a slow roller to shortstop, fielded up on the move, and over to first base, foul number 1. Well done by Jake Overton. 1 pitch and 1 out.
1 out.
Is back on the mound to start the 6th inning. He's went the entire way. Gary Rabin has pitched a good game. Coach, USJ, in the 6th inning, they've left a lot of Bruins on base tonight.
They have left 8 runners on base tonight, and that is a lot.
First pitch swinging, it hit the pitcher. Rabin hit off his ankle and will scoot into center field for a short base hit. Clean base hit as it caught the ankle of Rabin. So 1 out single, and stepping in there for Southside is Brandon Denegard. The right fielder is Dustin Duck. Coach, he really got into that fastball and nearly took the pitcher with him.
Yeah, it could have left some stitch marks on him if it hadn't been so quick.
Boy.
Denegard's 1 for 2 tonight. Got a single back in the 4th.
Denegard hits from the left side of the plate. As Rabin goes back to the stretch. First pitch, beautiful. On the outside corner with a fastball called strike 1.
That had to hurt Rabin a little bit, that one back up in the box, because it went off his ankle. But he didn't show it. He did a tough kid.
0-1. Curveball downstairs, 1-1. Beautiful soccer complex over our right shoulder here at USJ. Softball complex. Just off behind right field, behind the baseball stadium. 1-1. Now back it out of play.
They got a football field over yonder.
Yeah. Football complex.
That's the home of Richard the Narrator Barber, pouncing up and down the sidelines.
And there's a job opening over there. 1-2. On Brandon Denegard. 1-2. Slow curve downstairs. 2-2.
He didn't get the call, but I like that pitch.
Yeah.
That's a pretty pitch.
That was awfully tempting, and Denegard showing a lot of patience.
He really did.
2-2. Brandon Denegard. Struck him out. Oh, that was a big out. So 2 down. And stepping in there, Drew Hayes, the catcher for Southside. He hits from the right side of the plate against the right-handed pitching Rabin. So 2 gone. Top of the 6th inning, we're tied at 2. Jackson Southside at the dish. Runner on first base. First pitch, fastball, strike 1 call.
Pretty. That's all you can say about that. It's pretty. 4 strikeouts now for Rabin. Let's check the runner out and see if he has that one-way lead again, leaning back towards first.
Coach, Rabin must have heard you. He throws over to first to chase him back. Duck at first base.
Yeah, you play a little cat and mouse here.
Swing and a miss. That slow curveball. It's 0-2.
That's about 3 or 4 in a row slow curves he's thrown like that. I think here you come quick inside, come hard inside now.
Gonna bust him on the fist,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Okay.
Bust the fist right here. Rabin out of the stretch. The 1-2 curveball. He caught him looking. He struck him out. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning, tied at 2 apiece on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Do you have cataracts, glaucoma, or any form of eye disease? At Hughes Eye Center, our physicians include residency-trained optometrists, surgical ophthalmologists, retinal surgeons, and oculoplastic surgeons, all right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Hughes Eye Center. There's no need to drive to Memphis or Nashville for your surgical eye care needs. Call 664-1994 to schedule your consultation. At Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge in Jackson, that's 664-1994.
When you step into King Jewelers, you're stepping into a family-owned business with nearly 30 years of experience. Let Grover King set you up with estate jewelry or the amazing Citizen Echo Drive watch, as well as custom-designed jewelry. King Jewelers buys gold and silver, offers Rolex repair, as well as watch and jewelry repair. Check out the selection of gemstone jewelry and diamond stud earrings. Store hours are Monday through Friday, 9:30 till 5:30 and 10 till 2 on Saturday.
King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, and a brand new King Jewelers location in downtown Jackson.
back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning we go. Tied at 2 apiece for Southside. On the mound to work his 2nd inning is Jared Hurst. Leading off for the USJ Bruins, John Stanford, the right fielder. We're tied at 2 apiece here. Bottom of the 6th inning, Dan Reeves, Coach Joe Holloway, Richard, the narrator Barber, Seabass, producing and directing Paul Schulze, Lawson Man, Michael Osborne, .5digital.com, where you can watch tonight's game. .5digital.com, Worthy Road Studios. First pitch from Hurst, a curveball to Stanford, called strike 1. Stanford, the right-handed pitcher, working out of the windup, uncoils, fires, line, drive to right field. That's a base hit. Having to leg it out at first is Stanford. They tried to throw him out again from right field. Stanford knew that. Denegard is a habit of trying to throw you out at first base. And so if Stanford would have lollygagged to first base, he'd have been thrown out.
Yeah, you got to come out of there sprinting. I admire Drew Hayes. He did what a catcher's supposed to do. He sprinted down there. It's a good thing he backed up the overthrow.
Throw got by the first base, but the coach is right. The catcher was right there to back it up. Charlie Darnell, the first baseman for USJ, hitting from the right side, stands in there with a man on first. He squares the bunt and takes the pitch on the outside corner, called strike 1.
And Darnell 0 for 2 tonight had a fielder's choice to end the 4th inning.
Seating behind the left field wall, beautiful deck over there for USJ. That's full. Standing room only along the left field line. Squares the bunt, lays it down on the first base side. They'll go to second. They got him there. Not in time at first, but a gorgeous play by the first baseman, Cal Griffin, because that bunt was laid down right. It hugged the first base line. It had a little steam to it. And the first baseman, Griffin, didn't hesitate to go to second, get the lead runner.
You're right. You can tell Southside has worked on this. Everybody rotated. Second baseman came to first. Shortstop covered. Third baseman dropped back to catch third after the bunt didn't come his way.
And the other thing, guys, he had to make a decision. The ball wasn't 6 or 8 inches from the first base line, foul line. So he had to make a decision, am I going to field it and throw to second, or do I want to wait and let it go? He felt like he had an opportunity to get the guy at second, fields it, makes the throw, gets out.
Of course, your catcher's supposed to be aiding that. He's supposed to tell the pitcher if he feels it or if the first baseman's that close, where to go with it, because he sees everything.
That's what the coach says, with know what you're going to do before the pitcher's made, because you've got to make you got to know where you're going with the baseball. Braden Milam, pinch runner for USJ at first base. Pickoff attempt, he's back easily. As we head back to the top of the lineup, Jake Overton, the shortstop, 1 out. Milam on first. Tie game, 2 apiece. Bottom of inning number 6. Hurst out of the stretch for Southside, fires sharply at the third base, and he gets through for a base hit between third and short. And the Bruins have something cooking in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Overton singles sharply to left field. Cade Salmon, the left fielder, or the center fielder, hitting from the left side with a big opportunity here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
He's 0 for 2 tonight, had a sacrifice back in the 5th inning, and it was a very good sacrifice.
Hurst working out of the stretch. Salmons getting from the left side. First pitch, it gets by the catcher, and there go the runners. He'll move up 90 feet. That's a passed ball. Great job tonight behind home plate by the catcher for Southside. Drew Hayes, that one just got away from him.
Yeah, you at least now, if you're USJ, want the fly ball out of it. It looks like Southside's going to come in and play on the infield grass.
Last time they did that, narrator, USJ scorched one. They got underneath the shortstop's glove for a ride.
Yes, sir.
Strike called inside corner. 1-1. Cade Salmons. left-handed batter. He wants to pull this one, hit it to the right side. Ball and a strike. Hurst, the pitcher for the Hawks, working out of the windup. Uncoils, fires, curveball inside. It's 2-1 on Sammons. 2 apiece. Bottom of the 6th inning. Here at USJ, the Bruins and the Hawks with a classic. USJ looking to take their first lead of the ballgame. Southside led 2-0 early. We're tied at 2 in the 6th. 2-1. Curveball, it's high. It's 3-1 on Sammons.
Hitter's pitch here, and left field is very deep. Richard, check that out, and they've now right has he's kind of moving around a little bit. Center field is deep for this hitter.
Hurst out of the windup, 3-1 pitch on its way. It's high, ball 4. Well, pardon me, ball 3. Scoreboard's not working. Give me a... No, I was right.
You're right.
Even the batter didn't know. Sammons will take first base.
Don't denigrate yourself.
That damn Reeves, boy.
I was wrong once. That's when I thought I was wrong, but I was really right. So the Bruins have loaded the bases with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning in a tie game. And the number 3 hole hitter, second baseman Nate Wall, in a big spot in this baseball game. Jared Hurst on the mound, out of the windup, uncoils, fires, curveball, that's way outside, ball 1.
Nate Wall had an RBI single his last at bat in the 5th inning.
Big opportunity for Nate here with Eli Browse on deck. The 1-0, fast strike on the outside corner, nice pitch by Hurst. This game means a lot to both these fan bases. City rivals, you know. 1-1 pitch, Hurst fires, curveball, high and inside. It's 2-1. I'll say this, narrator, when Hurst misses, he's missing badly.
Yeah, the umpire don't struggle with the call.
Hurst has a home run tonight for the Hawks. 2-1 pitch, downstairs, it's 3-1. On Nate Wall.
Just a little low, and you know, both these fan bases, they want good baseball. They've always had good baseball.
Yeah.
Southside traditionally, USJ traditionally, both great powers in their districts.
Nowhere to put him, bases loaded. 3-1 pitch, Hurst fires. Called strike 2. Letter high. Coach, that's $1 million smile you're flashing in.
It is. You can see my pearly whites here.
Payoff pitch. Hurst fires. Oh, it's inside, ball 4. And the Bruins take a 3-2 lead as Nate Hurst, or Nate Wall, pardon me, will move down to first base and cross into plate. Braden Milam, was pitch running. The bases remain loaded. 1 out, and a chance for further damage is Eli Rouse, the third baseman, will stand in there, and that will bring the pitching coach out to the rubber to chat with his pitcher.
He's had some good close pitches with some juice on it, but he has missed. But like you said, when he misses high, there's no trouble for the umpire on that one.
Well, the Hawks are going to go to the pen for the second time tonight. We'll take a 2-minute timeout for the pitching change. 3-2. USJ with the lead, bottom of the 6th inning on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 and .5digital.com.
When is the last time you've been to Outback Steakhouse? Well, it's time to go back this week. Dining at Outback is like going to an Australian dinner party with great steaks, the amazing bloomin' onion, and the ever-popular Alice Springs chicken. You can't go wrong with an Outback steak, either prepared on the wood-fired grill with salt, pepper, and garlic, or if you want a little more kick, get the classic seasoned and seared steak with 17 bold spices. Of course, everyone loves the Outback Bloomin' Onion and Outback's Aussie cheese fries. And now you can get both with the loaded Bloomin' Onion. That's a colossal Bloomin' Onion topped with Aussie cheese fries, a marriage made in heaven. So make plans this week to come to Outback Steakhouse, the best place in West Tennessee to eat, drink, relax, and be with friends. In fact, even if you come in by yourself, you'll be with friends because many of Outback's employees have been there for 15 years or more. Local people who already know you. Outback Steakhouse, 194 Stoneburg Place, Jackson. No rules, just right.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. One of the most challenging things about being in business is continuing to grow, but remembering what attitude and service level created that growth for you. As we approach the end of our second decade in business, I'd still like to remind you that I can be reached 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's never a time of day that your problem isn't important to me. Our competition may not love us, but I know that you will. This is the time of the year where you can literally save money by letting us add additional insulation to your attic. Termites eat year-round and will be swarming again in March. Let us protect your home before they swarm. If your house was built in the past 12 years, chances are that we pre-treated it. Call us first to renew before you spend thousands of dollars with another company. Please give us the opportunity to earn your business for all of your termite and pest control needs, brown recluse treatments, moisture barriers, and wood fungus treatments, attic insulation, additions, home repairs, or anything else. Call me 24 hours a day at 660-1052. That's Southeastern, 660-1052.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
Brayton Wallace, a new pitcher for Southside, and Eli Browse takes it right back up the middle. 1 run will score. Rounding third and heading home is Salmons. He'll score standing up. The throw comes late, and the Bruins take a 5-2 lead. Eli Browse with a 2 RBI single. He'll take second base on the throw, and the Bruins have a 3-run advantage in the bottom of the 6th inning, Coach.
They really do, and that was a big hit. Browse 2 for 2 tonight because he's also walked twice, and missing the cutoff man hurt Southside then.
Taylor Howell with a big opportunity here to blow this one open. 1 out, runners at second and third. First pitch outside, ball 1. And the narrator is Creech's fundamentals, years of coaching under his belt in the co-ed softball level. That makes a big difference.
He's built a powerhouse there.
1-0 fouled back to the screen. Had that one not, had there not been a wall there in the screen, that would have hit Coach in a very compromising position.
It sure would.
Well, actually, I think it would have taken my left kneecap off before it got to the compromise.
Well, it was coming back pretty hard, though.
1-1. Curveball. Ooh, call strike 2.
And we would have lost our field mic, too.
Yeah, would have got it.
Would have. Taylor Howell thought that one curved around the plate. 1-2 on Howell. 1-2. Curveball, fouled away. Back to the crowd. 1-2 on Taylor Howell. A new pitcher for Southside is Branson Wallace, a senior for the Hawks. Right-handed pitcher. Runners on second and third. The Bruins have taken a 5-2 lead here in the bottom of inning number 6. Wallace out of the stretch. Gets away from the catcher. Comes the run home. He'll score. And the throw gets away from the catcher. Here comes another run home. Eli Browse rounds third. He's safe at home. 2 runs have crossed. And the Bruins take a 7-2 lead. Oh, boy.
Wow, action. And last time we were here, it was USJ that had the wild pitch in the pass balls that hurt them.
So now the bases are clear for Howell. 1-2 inside. It's 2-2. Boy, the complexion of this game has changed big time in a half inning there, already.
It was 2-2 coming into the bottom of the 6th here, and all of a sudden Southside's let it get away from them.
Fouled back and out of play. 1-2 on Howell. This baseball, Coach, fundamentals mean probably more in baseball than any other sport.
And you don't want to open the floodgates with a mistake.
Nope. 1-2 on its way. That's it. It's the 3-2 is what I should have said. Ball 4 outside. And Taylor Howell will learn to walk. The designated hitter, Red Peel, will stand in there. Pinch runner will come in for USJ. Cole Samuels will run for Howell.
And that's because the catcher, they have the rule. You can have a pinch runner for the catcher and the pitcher.
Keeps the pace of the game moving swiftly, doesn't it?
It does. Putting on that equipment takes a little bit of time.
Samuels on first base, 1 out. Brett Peel, the designated hitter, stands in there. Ball one. Branton Wallace, the pitcher, the senior for Southside, working out of the stretch with a runner on first. 5 runs across here, the bottom of the 6th inning for USJ to blow open a tie game. 7-2, the Bruins lead Southside. 1-0 outside, 2-0.
Now, 3 hits and 3 walks in this inning have done the damage.
Yep.
And then some pass balls and wild pitches.
This is WNWS-FM in Jackson. My name is Dan Reeves, along with Coach Joe Holloway. Wrench at the narrator barber. Seabass. 2-0 pitch. Downstairs, 3-0 on Red Peel. On the plate, 5 at digital.com side. Paul Schulze, Lawson Mann, Michael Osborne, Worthy Road Studios, where you can watch tonight's game. We'll be moving back to WNWS.com really soon. Green light on 3-0, and Peel pops it foul down the first base side, now to play. Let's hope that Rhett didn't miss that sign, because the third base coach is also his father.
That's the kind of mistake that goes home with you.
3-1, fouled out of play over the south side dugouts.
Well, I've noticed Coach Peel and Ronnie Giddens both on the first base coach making motions to Red about dropping his shoulder and keeping his swing level after each swing. So evidently it's something they've been working with Red on.
They all pitch due to Rhett. There goes the runner. Red fouls it back out of play.
In his 3 at-bats, that's about 18 balls he's fouled to the same spot.
Yep.
Okay, Rhett really gave his dad, the third base coach, a long look as he went through the series of sign.
If there's a play on here, hit and run again. Payoff pitch on its way. There goes the runner. It's a high bouncing ball, and everyone's going to be safe. It went bounced over the third baseman, was fielded by Cox, the shortstop, in shallow left field. That's a base hit all the way. And the Bruins have runners on first and second after the infield single off the bat of Red Peel. And that'll bring to the plate Kyle Stanford.
The 9th man to bat this inning.
Yep, batted around. 5 runs have scored here at the bottom of the 6th inning. The Bruins have built a 7-2 lead. Stanford hits on the right side. First pitch, line drive, right field. This one's going to get over the right fielder's head and roll to the wall. 1 run will score. Here comes Peel, rounding third base, sticking towards home. He's going to score standing up, and pulling into third base with a stand-up triple is Kyle Stanford. A 2 RBI triple, and the Bruins take a 9-2 lead.
That one took off Kyle's bat thing.
Boy, that was smoked in the right field.
That was smoked. Completely fooled the right fielder. He was going to come in on it. He didn't realize that ball was screaming.
Now John Stanford will hit with Kyle on third. Still just 1 out. First pitch nearly hit him, ball 1. Boy, that was smoked.
Yes. You could actually see the steam.
He tattooed it. 1-0, swing and a miss, 1-1. There's got to be another couple of words we could use.
What? Smoke, screen?
Smoke, screen. It was
pretty descriptive, though.
Real white knuckler off the bat.
Say what?
2-1.
How about a scorcher?
It was a scorcher.
A shot.
We reached the mid-80s today. It's nice and comfortable out here tonight. 2-1 on Stanford. Fly ball, right field. Over comes the right fielder to put it away. That's going to get a run home. His brother Kyle Stanford will tag up and score on John Stanford's sacrifice fly. And the Bruins take a 10-2 lead. Charlie Darnell with 2 outs and the bases clear for the Bruins.
Charlie Darnell, 2-1.
8 runs have crossed for the Bruins here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one.
And Charlie scored early in this inning. Matter of fact, I believe he was the first run.
Narrator, did you hear me tell the story about Ho-Ho?
Yeah, I did. You can't go back there.
Curveball in the dirt, 1-1. Oh, Coach's ears perked up.
You talking about
Ho-Ho's restaurant?
Yeah,
Bells.
Bells.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to have to get you to go get my strike 2 call. I forgot what they. What is it that's so good over there?
Egg roll.
Egg roll.
Best in the history of North America. Or China either.
Struck him out. Curveball. Southside gets out of the. That was funny. Gets out of the inning. But 8 runs have scored. The damage done. We move to the 7th and final inning. USJ in control, 10-2 on Jackson's News Talk, 101.5 and .5digital.com.
Do you know who to call if you need to have a room painted? Do you know who to call if you need an addition or have repair work done around your home or office? Who would you call if you had storm damage or a pipe burst? Make your first call the first people I would call. Home Pros. The number is 736-0711. Put that in your phone right now, 736-0711. All of the workers at Home Pros are licensed, insured, and complete custom builders. They do work the right way at affordable price without sacrificing the quality your home deserves. Have you ever had a mildew or moldy smell coming in your home? Ever wondered about mold inside or under your house? Call Home Pros today for a free inspection. Home Pros will work with you and for you during any insurance claim at your home to make sure your house is better than ever before. Call the people that I would. Home Pros, 736-0711.
That's right, Bill. No one does it better than Home Pros Restoration. Call today, 736-0711. That's Home Pros Restoration. Call today and get the free home inspection, 736-0711. Home Pros Restoration.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
To the 7th inning we go. Gary Raven back to the mound. He's gone the distance here for USJ, trying for the complete game win. Leading off for Southside in the top of the 7th inning. Kyle Griffin. 10-2. USJ, 8 runs. The Bruins crossed home plate for the Bruins in the bottom of the 6th inning to blow this game wide open. Bounced towards third. Fielded behind the bag. The long throw to first base to get in. Eli Browse making a beautiful play behind the bag at third base.
He really did, and I know some people groaned about it being a fair ball, but it was. He actually fielded it in fair territory.
Jared Hurst.
It's not where he landed. A lot of people think just because his foot landed, that doesn't have anything to do with it.
Beautiful play over there, Coach. First pitch to Hurst, outside for the curveball. 1-0.
And if you're Raven here, you don't want to get fancy. You just want to, you got an 8-run lead. It's the bottom half of the inning, or top half of the last inning. Just let your defense make plays before you can get out of here.
Absolutely. Well said by the narrator.
Joyno, it's inside. Hurst hit a solo home run back in the 3rd inning for Southside. 3-0. Yeah, that's you can see Ronnie Giddens saying that very thing to the pitcher right now. 3-0. The green light for Hurst, fouls it back and out of play. You foul it back like that, narrator, you're right on the pitch.
Yeah. When it's straight back, you just got under it a little bit.
3-1. Beautiful pitch called strike 2. That one was almost moving in towards the batter with that fastball. Almost acted
tail back in
like a slider. Pay off. Ooh. It was at the numbers. Called a ball.
Number 34, Cody Hardin.
That's been called some tonight. Good job of these umpires tonight here at USJ. Narrator Mike's on there, guys.
Hot mic.
So 1 out, get a runner on first base, 10-2. USJ in control. And at the plate, Cody Hardin, his first plate appearance tonight, Coach.
Yes.
For the Hawks, 1-0. Bounce fouled at the third base line. The narrator was having a conversation. People come up to him and want his autograph, and he tries to accommodate. But that time he got short with the fan that was the autograph seeker.
Well, everybody loves the narrator.
He may have lost one fan there. Slow roller to shorts. They're going to have to hurry. They can't make the play, and it gets away on the throw to first base. Oh, wait a minute. It was, and it's going to be interference. Oh, no, I got it. The throw got by the first baseman, and it went into the Southside dugout. So Chad Goff, the umpire, stopped play, and he awards second base to the batter. And over to third goes Hurst. So Southside, the runners on second and third, to the top of the lineup, and Tyron Cox. It's 10-2. The Bruins by 8. A pinch runner will enter the game for the Hawks. Spence Patrick re-entering to run at second base. 1 out, 8-run lead. You never know.
You can't get them all back at one time. Peck away. Tyron Cox 1 for 1 with that double. He had a sacrifice in the third and was hit by a pitch in the fifth.
Cox played a good shortstop tonight for the Hawks. Raven fires. Bounce foul down the third base side. 0-1 on Cox. Dan Reeves. Coach Joe Holloway. Retchick, the narrator Barber. Seabass producing Interactive. Paul Schulze. Lawson Mann, Worthy Road Studios. We can watch tonight's game. 0.5 at digital.com. Michael Osborne. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2 on Cox. 1 out. Top of the 7th inning. USJ cruising after that 8-run sixth. 10-2. Bruins looking for their 14th win. Raven 0-2 upstairs. Wasted that one. 1-2. Nothing wrong with wasting it high. You want to get it down a little bit to try to make the batter chase it.
Yeah, get him something to chase, and you're not going to chase anything over your head. Well, I did occasionally.
Yeah. 1-2. Bounce towards shortstop. Fielded cleanly over to first for the second out. Hurst will trot home from third base. The Bruins will gladly give up the run in exchange for the out. Well, that run, it's now 10-3. USJ leading Southside, but 2 are gone here in the 7th inning, and second baseman Drew Coley at the plate. Spence Patrick at third base for the Hawks. Raven out of the windup, ball 1. Coley's had an active night, Coach.
He has at second base, and he's been 0 for 3 as a hitter, but he's done a good job at second.
1-0. Drew Coley. Fly ball, center field, and this one right at the center fielder, who camps under it and makes the catch. Does Cade Salmon to end the ball game. So the Bruins win it 10-3 for the 14th win of the season. We'll come back in 4 minutes to tie this one off. USJ 10, Southside 3 on Jackson's News Talk. 101.5 and 0.5 digital.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
Are you a landowner seeking options for your timber? With 25 years experience, Wade Norris Logging will advise you with the best solutions for harvesting your timber. Quality work and caring for the land are reasons Wade Norris was named Tennessee Master Logger of the Year. As a landowner, you deserve the best price when selling your timber. Wade Norris will find the right market for your valuable commodity. Questions about your timber? Call Wade Norris at 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And to read what others say about Wade Norris, log on to WadeNorrisLogging.com. Wade Norris will get you the best price for your timber. Call 731-664-9386. That's 731-664-9386. And visit WadeNorrisLogging.com.
We put money in your pocket and leave your land like it should be left. Wade Norris Logging.
Do you know who to call if you need to have a room painted? Do you know who to call if you need an addition or have repair work done around your home or office? Who would you call if you had storm damage or a pipe burst? Make your first call the first people I would call. Home Pros. The number is 736-0711. Put that in your phone right now, 736-0711. All of the workers at Home Pros are licensed, insured, and complete custom builders. They do work the right way at affordable price without sacrificing the quality your home deserves. Have you ever had a mildew or moldy smell coming in your home? Ever wondered about mold inside or under your house? Call Home Pros today for a free inspection. Home Pros will work with you and for you during any insurance claim at your home to make sure your house is better than ever before. Call the people that I would. Home Pros, 736-0711.
That's right, Bill. No one does it better than Home Pros Restoration. Call today, 736-0711. That's Home Pros Restoration. Call today and get the free home inspection, 736-0711. Home Pros Restoration.
When is the last time you've been to Outback Steakhouse? Well, it's time to go back this week. Dining at Outback is like going to an Australian dinner party with great steaks, the amazing bloomin' onion, and the ever-popular Alice Springs chicken. You can't go wrong with an Outback steak, either prepared on a wood-fired grill with salt, pepper, and garlic, or if you want a little more kick, get the classic seasoned and seared steak with 17 bold spices. Of course, everyone loves the Outback bloomin' onion and Outback's Aussie cheese fries. And now you can get both with the loaded bloomin' onion. That's a colossal bloomin' onion topped with Aussie cheese fries. A marriage made in heaven. So make plans this week to come to Outback Steakhouse, the best place in West Tennessee to eat, drink, relax, and be with friends. In fact, even if you come in by yourself, you'll be with friends because many of Outback's employees have been there for 15 years or more. Local people who already know you. Outback Steakhouse, 194 Stoneburg Place, Jackson. No rules, just right.
Do you have cataracts, glaucoma, or any form of eye disease? At Hughes Eye Center, our physicians include residency-trained optometrists, surgical ophthalmologists, retinal surgeons, and oculoplastic surgeons, all right here in Jackson, Tennessee at Hughes Eye Center. There's no need to drive to Memphis or Nashville for your surgical eye care needs. Call 664-1994 to schedule your consultation. At Hughes Eye Center on Stonebridge in Jackson, that's 664-1994.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza, a slice of the good life.
Now back to USJ Baseball on News Talk 101.5 FM and .5digital.com.
And back at USJ Field, where a late run of runs, to use that word too much, USJ comes up with a 10-3 victory. The winning pitcher tonight was Garrick Rabin. The loser was Caleb Harden for Southside. And narrator, let's get your thoughts on the game. It was a late scoring game for USJ.
Yeah, it really was. It was a well-played game, Coach. You know, 2-2 going into the sixth, and you think, well, and Dan even commented between innings once, you know, this might be 2 games in a row we went to extra innings, and then a couple of key hits, couple of key mistakes, and USA was able to blow this thing open there in the bottom of the sixth, and then, you know, just do what they needed to do to get through the top of the seventh to get out of here with a win.
Took 2 hours and 4 minutes to play this game. Well played, very few runs and hits early. Hurst has a big blast that puts Southside on the map, and they held that lead until the 5th inning.
Yeah, and that was, you know, baseball's a funny game, and what I love about baseball is it ain't got a clock. You know, if this game's got a clock on it, you're gonna run out of time. But Southside had life in them right up to the last out was made, and that makes baseball special.
Well, you know, that home run by Hurst was a line shot on the left field wall. It brings back memories of the home run I hit off of Crockett County head football coach Kevin Ward.
Of who? Kevin?
Kevin
I
Ward.
don't think I've ever heard that story. You want to tell it?
Well, you know, it was a
line
shot.
You scorched it?
It was a scorch.